early stop. This is 3rd down and 6.
Go, go.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. A little risky there when you roll out of that pocket right like he did. You complete the pass, but you don't get anything out of it.
But how many times have we seen when a quarterback exits out of the pocket, doesn't matter whether they go left or right, the defense loses its leverage, right? There's a little chaos back there, and receivers come open. Great discipline on that play. They didn't let that happen and held it to no gain.
A first carry now for Wendell Smallwood. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now it's Rosen. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Taylor. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown. Touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Bailey got the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll get...
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Phillip Lindsay, 79 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. McManus's point after is good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Alert! Alert! Alert!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. And with a 3rd and 13 here, the defense in a dime look.
You can't block me. You can't. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. On now to kick it away is the punter, Matt Weil. Back deep, J.J. Nelson. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Fielded at about the 28. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
You draw corpus. Mike 50.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Sanders. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Squeeze. Go on. Look at me. Go. Ready?
Block now to throw. Flush to his right. Sanders has it over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 16.
Ready? 60 or. Hey, team 6. It's just me and you. Hey.
Into the red zone, it's Locke. His throw caught right around the 6. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Call it a gain of 14 for the 2nd play in a row.
70, Indy.
They'll try to run with Lindsey. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They run with Adrian Peterson, the 2nd active leading rusher in the NFL. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Adrian Peterson scoring a touchdown against his former mates. And the Broncos push further out in front. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 14-7. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so well. Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
51's the mic. 51's the mic. Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the bench.
On 2nd down, Smallwood. The tackle there by LaMarcus Joyner.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that any time you hand the ball to a back.
see what you got. Watch the
On third down, Sheffield. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. Third and long.
Wrap it. Watch the safety creep.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Sua Cravens with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7. Here's Matt Weil now, standing just outside his own goal line. That's pulled in at the 32. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. Holton Hill, the one there to bring him down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2, as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go.
Here we go. 10 logo.
Squeeze, double.
A give, running right, Lindsey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Hey, lock it. Hey, Wahoo.
From midfield, here's Locke. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Eric Kendricks in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards. And that also leads to 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
Now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10. They run, Smallwood. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. Adam Gotsis, the big Aussie, in on the tackle.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Rosen. Smith catches left side. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
Here I come.
Hey, alert.
Take it back.
On 3rd down, Rosen. Flushed out right. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a 1st.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
No. Me.
On first down, Sheffield. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 12 yards there, first down Vikings. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
A couple of first downs have him to the 40 now on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Hey, watch the slant.
On second down now, Smallwood. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 49-yard line. Here's Smallwood. Todd Davis, the Broncos' leading tackler last year, up to make the stop.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those three guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit.
On 2nd and 9, Rosen. This one complete to Smallwood. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Here's Rosen. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. It's not going to end in points, but, you consider where this drive started. You probably label it a success.
I do, and I know that without points, it's hard to say that a drive truly was a success. But think of it this way. Changing field position, maybe giving your defense a little bit of a break.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They'll try and throw forward with Rosen. Dancing to his left. Now he's going to go deep down the left side. And that is going to be incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Broncos will take over on downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
Now! Bam! Get it!
From just shy of midfield, Locke. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. He'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Hey, Sam on! Hey, Echo! Leo! General West!
On 3rd and long, it's Locke, escaping the pressure right. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. That's good for 28 yards. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
They'll run on first down. It's Lindsey, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Hey, shoot!
Mike 51.
You're out.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy.
Ready?
On 2nd down, here's Locke. Throw left side complete. That's Lindsey. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there.
Well, now Lindsey lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The Broncos had 15 4th down conversions last year, most in the NFL, and they're going here. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So on 4th down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. The kick by McManus is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you've got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Hey, Haywood! Go!
Lock now on first down. He'll let this thing go for Sanders. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Alert, alert, alert.
Final play of the half here. It's Rosen. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. Pass incomplete. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Vikings. Wendell Smallwood. 82 yards, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready?
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Get ready. Get ready. Hey, Delta.
Mike 51. Mike 51.
61, matchbox lights.
The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Eric Kendricks in on the tackle.
Set. 60 on.
Brings up second and 7.
Check 24.
Bravo.
Kill.
Gone. Snap.
From the 24, Locke flushed out right. He'll find Sutton on the right side, complete. 12 yards there and a first down. Sutton is part of a good young receiving core for the Broncos. They liked Sutton enough last year. They traded away Demaryius Thomas, if you remember, halfway through the season. Sutton, he responded. Rookie campaign, had over 700 yards, 42 catches for the man from Brenham, Texas, which is located halfway between Houston and Austin.
Go.
Locke now on first down. Steps away. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Stephen Weatherly, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Let's go.
6-6. Pull it high. Hustle.
On second down, a run with Lindsey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Here's Locke. He completes it to Bryant. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
Down. 70. Indy. Go.
Right there.
Hey, lock it.
Right there. 54 miles.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he loses the football a second time. And the Vikings pick up the football. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Smith.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. They're going on 4th down. Rosen. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And that will force a turnover on downs. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. 2nd down and goal. Rosen, he's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Trent Taylor, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. Bailey got the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Another run by Lindsey. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. Well, we talked about Phillip Lindsay so much last year, but it bears repeating. Undrafted in 2018. The Broncos would sign him in May, and that was a good decision. He would have a 1,000-yard season, 9 touchdowns en route to a Pro Bowl appearance. So from undrafted to playing in the Pro Bowl in 10 months, that's pretty clean living for Phillip Lindsay. On 1st down, Locke. The Sanders has got it complete. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Hey, Sam off.
They look to throw. It's Locke. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. And that was a young pup, the rookie being intercepted by a veteran DB.
And I loved our quick conversation in pregame with him on the field where he said, hey, look, I love playing these young quarterbacks. They don't know a whole lot yet, so I can use my mind to put me in a position to make a play.
He's got the first down and more past midfield. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
80. Crunch. You go tight. Run that. You got tight right there.
Rosen on 1st and 10. He'll rifle this one deep right side. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Hollywood Marquise Brown with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the interception by the Vikings D leads to a touchdown. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that pushes the lead up to 11. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're looking to turn things around here. They've been shut down in this third quarter, and that was after a good first half offensively.
And you wonder where it all goes, and it feels like it goes away fast because it takes some time to build up good momentum, great play calling, excellent execution, and then like a blink of an eye, you're losing the game. Yep. How do you get back there again? I'm sure they've talked about it, and they've got a plan. Now can they put it into practice?
The lead gone, now the search to find it again.
Watch it, exit. Roll out. Under crunch. Shoot.
Throwing on first down is Locke. And that is incomplete here.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Yep. Hey, high 7. Rock it. Now.
Locke will try again on 2nd down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he will take this one home. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Bailey got the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 26-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now,
and a big loss here as he's taken down. Stephen Weatherly, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
Go.
Here's Locke to throw. It's caught by Bryant. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. Throwing on 3rd and long. Block. He'll find Lindsey here. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Check 26. Alpha. Guard. Go.
Blocked to throw for it on 4th. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Emerson Griffin. And goodness, that means this next drive is going to begin 1st and goal already at the 5-yard line. Breaking the huddle, 1st and goal as the return team has set him up with golden field position. They'll try the left side. Sheffield. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Remember, as they try to run the ball down here, Charles, this is the number 2 rush defense in the league.
So do you accept the challenge up front? Do you get your offensive line together, get your tight end in the ball game and say, I don't care that they're number 2. Let's go ahead and show them that we can run the ball anyway? Or do you do the best thing and throw the darn thing and try and get in the end zone?
Maybe that's wiser.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle.
Hey, team 6.
3rd and goal. Rosen sliding out of the pocket. And that is incomplete.
This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
Bailey's kick is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. Well, the offense, they got the ball in a great spot, but they went nowhere. Forced him to take just the 3.
And they'll be, happy taking the 3. But those guys on the other side, they've got to be ecstatic. They didn't let them get anywhere and made them kick a field goal. That almost feels like they got the advantage, doesn't it?
That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And they have possession. That's an experienced DB picking off a rookie, and you know sometimes those experienced DBs, they love going against the young pups, don't they?
And I go back to the offseason, had a quick conversation with him about, hey, when you play younger quarterbacks, what's it like for you? And he says it's like being a boxer. I give him a lot of different angles, a lot of different looks, and a lot of times I just bait the young guy.
And there he baited him right into the interception. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Back.
They'll keep it on the ground. Sheffield. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expect.
And oh my goodness, he loses it again. And this belongs to the Vikings.
Any kind of mistakes, but it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Following the fumble recovery, it's Rosen. Buying time to his left. Oh, Rosen is stripped to the football. But a Viking was able to corral this one, and Minnesota will keep possession.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
On second down, Sheffield. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Hey, Echo.
Rosen off the play action. He gets it to Brown, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And it's a fumble. It's picked up by the Broncos. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
51 to Mike. 51 to Mike.
You must be dreaming. 5.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Locke. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Lindsey. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Flush to his right. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Those short little routes probably going to be open. The defense, they'll let those happen, especially when they can make an inbounds tackle.
Yeah, where's Coach Madden when you need him? He always talked about taking what the defense gives you, but sometimes you have to know when you have to take more. That was one of those situations.
Go. Shoot.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Locke throwing the out route incomplete. That's Lindsey. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. The give to Peterson out of the gun. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver 1st down. Defensively, with this lead in the 4th quarter, I guess you can allow a run of that magnitude.
You're right about that, but really the focus has got to be don't fall in love with the idea that you're getting big runs now. You're right. They're actually being allowed. They've got to think really hard about getting some chunk plays through the air, too.
Pass complete here to Sanders. A gain of 6 there on 1st. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Locke. Sanders has it over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Into the red zone, it's locked. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Now Locke again. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. Cortland Sutton, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos get a bit closer.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 8. Now Rosen. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated.
At their own 33-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They run on 1st down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. From the 35 on 2nd down. Locke. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Stephen Weatherly in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. On 3rd and long, it's Locke. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Check 55 for mine. Check 55 for mine. Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby.
One final try for Locke. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. So the final seconds have ticked away.